Wayne, how about you first?
First, I'll just read what I wrote under certainty, clarity, structure, relationship, and it's very brief. I said he's certain, great pace.
Yeah.
Under clarity, I put and clear. Under structure, coherent and well delivered, and under relationship, strong and engaging. Those are just, you know, the impressions I was getting, Greg, as you were doing that. I want to tell you what happened yesterday, which allowed him to do what he did today, at least in part. We had our mentor meeting yesterday, and Greg was on his cell phone leaving the Hearth House in Oakland, headed to a bus stop. And we were practicing, Megan and Josh did their practice on the video with Zoom. Greg's walking and listening and commenting and giving them his feedback. And then we asked him if he just wanted to wing something while he was on his way to the bus stop. And he said, okay, I'll do it. He's walking down the sidewalk, dragging a suitcase with a broken wheel, cell phone to his ear, and did the same 15 minutes you just heard, only all we got was the audio, but it was as cool and as collected and as together as what he did here, walking in the sun, headed to the bus stop. That kind of practice and that kind of engagement with the material is, I believe, what allowed him to show up like he showed up here this morning. And not only that, but any of us can do that. I promise you, any of us can do that. It's just the application of energy in a particular way that allows Greg to show up as he does. We'll have our own version of it, but it'll be just as delightful when you do it as what you saw this morning. Greg, yeah, he's in my group, by the way.
That's what Wayne said about halfway through. He looked at me and says,
Yeah.
and then,
What really worked for me is that you opened by being in relationship with your audience, so that it was clear that you knew what creative people experience. And in that way, what I, throughout the whole thing, and that was in relationship, and what I appreciated still in relationship was that every little piece that you did, you related it to the experience of your audience, which created certainty. Just so clear that you knew what you were talking about and that you really do know your audience. And it's fabulous. The other under structure was every time you did a piece, you talked about it in a natural way rather than just doing the playing field, you know what I mean, like a formula. It was that you made every single piece personal to the audience so that they really understood what you were doing. So really brilliant, masterful job. Given how much, it's so clear you know the model. I was his mentor. You know, you have such an ownership of the work, and what I'd love to see would be putting the 6 forms of energy, which, by the way, you explained brilliantly, under what takes energy, so that they're in relationship with one another.
You mean in paper?
On the flip chart.
On the
put it
flip chart.
there,
Yeah.
Put it there.
put it there.
Great.
And just the placement is all.
Yes.
That's all. Brilliant job, Greg. Really.
I was drawn into it because of the way you were presenting it, and when you were asking if this is relevant to people, you weren't doing it as a formula. You
No.
really wanted to know, do you see what I'm saying? And then you relate it back to yourself. So it was very engaging dance, a very engaging dance. The thing that really I got is that you've been doing a lot of study of this, a lot, including bringing up the 1,440 minutes, which I sometimes bring up, but I don't always bring up. There were a couple other things that you said that I've said in the past, but not so much. But it showed me that you've been studying this model diligently, you know?
Voraciously.
I see it, and in so doing, you're showing up as a seminar leader, and also, as you might see, he has eyes on becoming a course leader as well. So, I just want to congratulate you for this. The pace was perfect. And having said that, knowing that you had 15 minutes, you might have cut out just a few of asking people, do you see this for yourself? Just a couple.
Yeah.
It would have allowed you to finish in the time allotted, because one of the things that you have to do as a course leader is you have to bring things in on time no matter what's going on in the room. All right? And so that's an important thing for a seminar leader as well, but that would be the only thing, so that at the end of the 15 minutes, we would have seen everything, including monkey mind, like that, okay?
Yeah. See that?
I really appreciated that you emphasized that it's normal and natural, you know, and you looked around at the group when you said that. Just great. So, anything else anyone would like to say? Please.
Well, one of the things I think part of studying it so clearly means that you, every single thing you said, and this is under structure, built on the thing prior, and that takes a lot of precision. I mean, you were, Maria, before you were here when we were talking about what everyone wants to get out of the time, one of the things Greg said was details. He wants that there's, you know, any refinements at the level of detail, and that's just such a mark of mastering the details. It's one thing to make sure I hit all the points. It's another thing that each point I hit built on the thing prior in just this crystal clear way. There was never a moment where it was a jump. So really well done.
Yeah, a real dance, real dance.
Yeah.
So now we have time for just a couple of acknowledgements from the floor. And when you do, keep it to a sentence, one sentence, you know? Please.
Greg and I did some work together on transcribing your material, and I just want to say you were spot on. You were so spot on. It's very inspiring. Thank you.
Please. Oh, yes, Josh, and then.
Two of the things that I wanted out of hearing presenters was how to be with others, and I felt you were talking to me. And the other was stories, like an example like it, and I loved what you said about mowing the lawn and the money, that was the energy to have him mow. I thought it was wonderful. Thank you.
Josh?
I love the moments when your energy kind of filled the room. In particular, one that stuck out with me was, it would be useful to write a book. There was a way in which your energy was like, great.
Yes. And then.
If I didn't know better, I would have thought that this was designed just for creative activists, because especially when you said, it's just the best, and then it's just the worst, and I was like, you get me, it's so simple now, you know? So really, really honed in on the group.
I loved when you said there are 6 forms of energy, and then you said there are 6. It created that certainty. And then the other piece that I wrote down was the thing you said about relationship, like this is why we organize and why we form teams.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, I can use that. Right, I love that.
Yeah, you related it back to this. Perfect. One more, and then we're moving on. Yes.
Another example of how you related it to your audience was, I'm used to seeing creativity as a little light bulb, but you're working with, you know, artists, and I imagine knowing you, you're working with a bunch of musicians, and there's that little, just that little, you know, flag that, hey, this is for you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Mike?
Your body language was really spot on for the whole. You were open and expansive, not only with the tonality of your voice, which your body language controls that, but but you were in rapport with the group with your body language.
Great. All right. Very good. Thank you, sir.
The bar is pretty high.
Well, listen, I think everyone is capable
They are.
of in your own particular way, and so what we're seeing is authenticity. Just be authentically who you are, okay? Because that's all people want, all right? Pimples and all. Got it? So, who is willing, so we should have a different sheet for each person? Or should we, you know what we should do? No, you didn't. See, and I had a thought that it would not be
Hard to take
possible.
notes
Yeah,
of
yeah.
things.
So, put the person's name and even here, and then you can draw a line or something for the
Yeah.
next person,
Yeah.
okay? Perfect. Okay, please, who's next?